couldn't get any worse, enter Zell Swag and Amy Luciani. They added gasoline to the flames rather than merely taking sides. We're talking about loyalty tests, screaming bouts, and the revelation of secrets. The entire ensemble was taken aback by the outrageous charges. As friendships broke down in real time, emotions ran high. And what had been a close-knit circle soon became a battleground. According to sources, this conflict involves betrayal, disdain, and long-standing grievances that have finally reached a breaking point. It wasn't just about small-time drama. What's the worst part? No one is giving up. Everyone is now wondering how far this can go. And when the dust settles, who is leaving? You're not prepared for what comes next if you assumed this was simply another dispute on reality TV. The tension didn't just arise overnight. It had been developing silently, dangerously, like a storm waiting for the ideal moment to strike. Rumors that things wasn't quite right between Spice and Bambi had already started to circulate behind the scenes of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Not just chilly, not just far away, but intimate. It started during what should have been a routine group meeting. Cameras rolling, cocktails flowing, everyone behaving like everything was fine. With that evident assurance, Spice entered. With her head held high and her energy unparalleled, everything changed as soon as she met Bambi's gaze across the room. Conversations paused as the atmosphere grew heavier. People took notice. Bambi was not grinning. She saw Spice as well. "So, we're not speaking now?" Spice asked, her tone placid, but edged with something harsh enough to cut through the clamor. With his arms folded and his gaze squinted, Bambi leaned back. "I speak to people who keep it real." That one sentence. Everything was altered by it. You could feel the room freeze. Members of the cast looked at each other. Some leaned in, already sensing the drama about to unfold. Others subtly stepped back, knowing this wasn't going to stay small. Spice chuckled, but it wasn't amusement. It was incredulity. "Don't start that with me, just be honest. You've been moving funny for weeks." "Funny?" Bambi shot back, her voice rising. "No, what's funny is you acting like you don't know what you did." The accusations immediately began to fly. With purposeful heels clicking against the floor, Spice took a step forward. "Don't whisper it, say it." "Say I," Bambi said without hesitation. "You've been making up stories and talking behind my back. They're trying to make me look crazy." Soft gasps resounded. Around the room, someone muttered, "Oh, here we go." Emotions ran high as the tension exploded into full-blown confrontation. Spice's expression hardened. "I don't have to twist anything. You do that yourself." That hit a nerve. "Play with me." Bambi snapped, standing up now, matching Spice's energy step for step. "You smiling in my face and then running your mouth to everybody else like you innocent." "Who is everybody?" Spice fired back instantly. "Name names." A but. Bambi hesitated. Just for a second, and Spice saw it. "Exactly," Spice said, clapping her hands once. "You've got nitrogen monoxide receipts, just emotions." That word emotions. It lit something inside Bambi. "Don't you dare try to play me like I'm emotional," she said, her voice trembling but loud. "This is about respect. Respect goes both ways." Spice replied coldly. "And you lost mine the moment you started believing lies over coming to me directly." The room erupted into overlapping voices. Some trying to calm things down, others whispering, others pulling out phones, already knowing this moment would live forever. But then, someone unexpected spoke up. "I've been hearing things too." All eyes turned. Leaning casually against the wall, but the look on his face said he'd been waiting for this moment. The energy shifted instantly. Because now, it wasn't just between Spice and Bambi anymore. It was bigger. "What do you mean you've been hearing?" "Things," Spice asked, her tones suddenly sharper, more guarded. Zelswag shrugged, stepping forward slowly. "I'm just saying, conversation's been happening. Your name been coming up, and it ain't always positive." The room went dead quiet. Spice blinked, processing. "So, now you're jumping in?" "I'm not jumping in," Zelswag said, raising his hand slightly. "I'm clarifying. You're acting like Bambi, just making stuff up." Bambi nodded instantly, feeling affirmed. "Thank you." But Spice wasn't backing down. No, what you're doing is stirring the pot, she snapped. Because if you had something to say, you could have said it to me directly. Maybe I didn't think you'd listen, Zelswag shot back. That hit deeper than expected. For a single second, Spice's countenance flashed. Not weakness, but recognition. Something deeper was happening here. Something that went beyond surface-level drama. And that's when Amy Lutani finally stepped in. Quiet until now, watching, observing. "This is messy," she replied, shaking her head slowly. "However, let's not pretend that this just happened." Spice faced her. "What is that intended to mean?" Amy remained unflinching. "It suggests there's been tension. And instead of confronting it, everybody's been smiling and pretending." Bambi crossed her arms tighter. "Exactly." Spice gazed between them, recognizing something that made her chest tighten. This wasn't just an argument. It was a setup. "So, this what we doing?" Spice said, her voice falling. Lower now, more controlled. "You guys are working together." Amy said, "Don't try to flip it. No one is cooperating. Simply put, we're sick of the phony energy." False energy? One more hit. And this time, Spice stepped back. Not retreating, but recalculating. Because now, it wasn't just about defending herself. It was about surviving this moment. Spice remarked slowly, looking across the room. "You know what? I see what this is. Y'all made your minds up already." "No," Bambi stated firmly. "That was the tipping point. You made it up for us." Once more, voices began to rise. Accusations were flowing quicker than anyone could keep up, overlapping, louder, and sharper. As factions started to emerge in real time, the family was left split. A few people supported Spice. Others leaned toward Bambi. And smack in the heart of it all, Zelswag and Amy Lutani stood like catalysts, pushing the tension higher with every syllable. "Say what you really said about her." Zelswag pressed. Amy looked directly at Spice and said, "Yeah, since you're so honest." Spice chuckled once more, but it was darker this time. "Y'all want honesty?" she said, and the way she said it made everyone nervous. Because whatever was about to happen next wasn't going to be pretty. Additionally, no one in the room was prepared for what Spice was going to disclose. "Y'all want honesty?" Spice asked again, her voice firmer and quieter, but somehow infinitely more hazardous. The breath in the room was held. It was palpable. That moment immediately before everything completely goes apart. Unfazed, Bambi cocked her head. On the outside, but her jaw stiffened. "Yeah, let's hear it," Spice said, nodding slowly and walking once as if gathering her thoughts. Or maybe choosing just how far she was willing to go. She said, "You want to talk about fake? Let's begin by pointing out that you have been acting like a victim for several months." Bambi attempted to interrupt, but Spice held up her hand. "Oh, here we go. No, let me continue. You mentioned that you wanted honesty." There was something odd about the demand in her voice. Even the background noise died down. Emotions raged strong, but nobody dared intervene again. Spice went on, you smiling in my face, now pointing straight at Bambi. "But behind closed doors, you've been questioning my loyalty, my character, my intentions. All because of something you heard instead of something you know." Bambi laughed out loud. "When I see enough, I don't need to hear everything." "See what?" Spice retorted right away. Zelswag moved nearer once more and shook his head, saying, "'Cause from where I'm standing, you seeing what you want to see." "Then name them," Spice angrily said, turning to face him. "No, you can't gaslight her like that. Many people have been saying that same thing. Name them since everyone is acting so bravely these days." And that hesitancy returned, just as it had previously. Everything was there, but everything happened quickly. And snorts, Spice got it once more. "Exactly," she said in a sarcastic tone. Amy Lutani folded her arms and moved closer to the circle, saying, "All this noise, no proof." "It's not about proof, it's about patterns." With a hint of laughter, Spice repeated. "Call it what you want," Amy said coolly but firmly. "So now we're making accusations based on vibes." However, it's not coincidental when the same issues recur. The word concerns struck a different chord than accusations. Spice noticed that it sounded more deliberate and controlled. "Nah," Spice shook her head. "You're creating a story here. Or maybe Bambi abruptly interrupted, moving in closer once more. You're just upset that line is catching up to you. This was more than just rumors, so it caused a stir in the room. This had to do with reputation. For a moment, neither Spice nor Bambi moved as their gazes met. Spice whispered, "Be very careful with what you're implying." Bambi, however, refused to give up. "I don't have to imply anything," she added. "You've been revealed." And that term exposed? Exposed? Exposed. It landed like a bomb. Gasps, whispers. Someone in the back genuinely said, "No, she didn't." Spice's expression altered quickly. The calm gone, replaced by something sharper. Something colder. "Exposed," Spice repeated slowly. "You want to talk about exposure?" Even Zelswag seemed unsure of where this was headed as he shuffled somewhat, but Spice persisted. "Let's discuss how you've been going to producers in an attempt to manipulate narratives so that you appear to be the victim, since we're putting everything on the table." The room exploded. "What?" Bambi's voice cut through the commotion as she yelled. Amy's eyes widened. Zelswag gave a blink. Suddenly, even those who were attempting to remain impartial moved closer. Because of the charge, which was on a different level, Bambi stepped forward violently and said, "Don't you lie on me." "I'm not lying," Spice responded, keeping her ground. "I had talks. I received timestamps." "You believed that no one would discover?" Bambi's face flushed instantly. "You reaching?" "Am I?" When Spice challenged, Bambi's earlier confidence began to waver. A tiny bit, but sufficient. "You really doing this?" Bambi spoke, her voice quivering with rage but now lower. "Are you really attempting to turn this entire situation on me?" "Not flipping anything," Spice replied. "I'm correcting the narrative." Amy muttered, "This is messy." She spoke softly but loudly enough for everyone to hear. Spice turned sharply to her and said, "No. What's messy is people injecting themselves into circumstances they don't completely grasp." That was targeted straight at Amy. Amy sensed it as well. "Don't do that," she murmured, her tone hardening. "Because I've been around enough to know what's real and what's not." Clearly not enough. Spice fired back. And just like that, yeah, now Amy was pulled all the way in. "You know what Amy said," edging closer, her voice rising. "You had an issue with everybody today except yourself." "'Cause I'm not the problem," Spice answered promptly. "That's exactly what the problem indicates," Zelswag remarked, shaking his head. And there it was. Now it was 3 against 1, and the room sensed it. The family was left divided as people started muttering louder, selecting sides more openly now. Some shaking their heads at Spice. Others were staring at Bambi as if something wasn't quite right. Because Spice sounded certain even if she was intense. And that certainty has caused people to doubt everything. "Y'all may gang up all you want," Spice remarked, gazing between them. "I'm not folding, though." "Nobody asked you to fold," Bambi snapped. "We asked that you be honest." "I'm real," Spice declared. "You just don't like what real looks like when it's not in your favor." It hurt, that line. And Bambi responded right away. "What do you know?" She raised her hands and declared, "I'm done talking. Because you're not about